guys, I'm Maria Brown. Today we're going to make a triple chocolate cheesecake, and this is a special request for you, Isabella. Now before we go any further, remember to hit that subscribe button. Okay, come on, let's go get started. Preheat your oven to 325 degrees. Here we're going to melt 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter. We're going to want chocolate sandwich cookies for the crust. You could use any other kind of chocolate cookie if you want. We're going to need about 1.5 cups. If you're going to use chocolate sandwich cookies, just twist them apart and scrape off the cream on both sides. That's what we're going to use. I put them in a plastic bag and I'm going to crush them up. You can crush them like this, or you can roll them. And you just want to have pretty fine crumbs. And to this, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar and our 6 tablespoons of melted butter. Going to mix this all up. You want to make sure that the crumbs are all completely covered so that they look moist. And that's what we're going to use to press into the bottom of a springform pan. If you're not familiar with a springform pan, the bottom comes out. So it just goes right inside and it locks in. This is how I butter a pan. So I just take a stick of butter with the paper and I just go all the way around like this. Go all the way around so you don't get butter on your hand when you're holding the paper. Then do the same thing on the bottom. Just go all the way around. Okay. See that? That's how you do it. Now we're going to press the crumbs right into the bottom of the pan. And just start by putting some in. Shake it around a little bit. And then you're either going to take your fingers or something like the bottom of a measuring cup, and you're just going to press it all the way in. Make sure you get the whole bottom, and then add some more and just keep going all the way around until it's completely covered. Now it's time to go pop this in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. The oven has been preheated to 325 degrees. I've taken my crust and I'm just going to pop it in the oven for about 10 minutes. For the filling, we're going to want 4 packages of cream cheese. Leave them out for at least an hour so that they become room temperature. So we want 1 package of chocolate chips, 2 cups. This happens to be dark chocolate. You can certainly use milk chocolate if you like it better. 1.5 cups of sugar, 4 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder. Cocoa powder, unsweetened. We need 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 4 eggs. Now we're going to melt the chocolate. So just take a little pot and put about 1 inch of water in it. See how that's starting to bubble? All right, so I don't want it to boil. I just want to simmer. And now I'm going to put the chocolate right on top, and very quickly this is going to melt. Okay, that's completely melted. Now we're just going to let this cool off for a couple of minutes. In the meantime, we're going to go over to the mixer. Okay, so here we have the cream cheese in the bowl, and now we're going to put the sugar in. Now we're going to go mix it up until it's blended. Beat this together over a low to medium low speed, just until it's combined. Then add in your melted chocolate and your powdered chocolate. Once again, on a medium-low speed, beat that together until it's just combined. I always like to crack my eggs separately before I put it into my mixture. So I'm just lightly beating these, and now I'm going to pour this in. I'm also going to pour in the 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And we're going to mix this together just until it's combined. Again, at a low to medium low speed. Okay, that's ready. Now we're just going to go and pour this into our prepared pan. Okay, so we have the filling inside the pan. Now go ahead and take a piece of foil and wrap it around the bottom of this pan. Go all the way around. What we want to do is we want to cover that little seam at the bottom. So now I'm going to take an additional piece and I'm going to go the other way to make sure it comes all the way up the side. Now on these low sides, I'm going to come up here, make sure the foil comes up on all the different sides. And the reason we're doing this is because we're going to put this in another pan with some water in it, and we don't want any water getting into that opening at the bottom. If you feel like you didn't do as good of a job as you could have, put another piece down there. I'll just put another piece to show you. When I go all the way around, the whole bottom is covered and there's no possibility of water getting into the bottom there. Make sure it's nice and tight all the way around. Just squish it to the sides of the pan. I'm just going to put this right in the middle. This whole thing is going to go into the oven. And then I'm going to add water in here just so that it comes up about an inch. So we don't want the water to come all the way up. We just want it to come up about an inch. That's called a water bath. And you cook that in the oven, in the water bath. Now carefully pour the hot water right on the side. Take care not to splash it into the filling of your cheesecake. And just go up about an inch. That's it. That's a water bath right there. Now, we're just going to push this in. Set the timer. We're going to bake this for approximately 1 hour. It's been an hour, so let's take a look at this. Now, take a close look. You see the edges look like they're finished. The middle will still be soft. I'm going to give it a few more minutes. That's been 10 more minutes. You can see how the color is changing. It's going much further in. Now I'm going to take this whole pan out, put it on a cooling rack, so then put it back in the oven with the oven turned off now, and just keep it in there for about 20 minutes with the door ajar. Now just take it out and let it cool completely on a wire rack. You can serve this with some whipped cream on top, just like this. Or you can put an additional coating of chocolate on the top. It's called ganache, and I will show you how to make that. Completely remove the foil. Just take that right off, all the way off. Now after this has been cooling for about 10 minutes, just take a very sharp knife and just go all the way around the edges just to make sure it's not stuck. I've gone all the way around with the knife. Now I'm just going to loosen this a little bit. We'll leave it here, but now it's open. The latch is open. And you can see there's a little gap around the edge, and we're just going to let that cool completely for about an hour. And then we're going to cover it and pop it in the refrigerator. To finish off this chocolate cheesecake, we're just going to put a simple ganache on top. To make it, all you need is 1 cup of chocolate, and I have a tablespoon of unsalted butter and a ½ cup of heavy cream. And I'm just going to put this over a double boiler until it melts, and then I'm going to let it cool for a little bit before I spread it on top of the cheesecake. Here I've just made a simple double boiler just by putting a little water in a pot, and I'm putting this glass bowl right on top of it. Just stir that all together until it's completely melted. That's almost ready. You can still see lumps in it, so another minute or two. Now all we're going to do is spread this right from the middle, spread it out to the edge. Don't go all the way to the edge. Leave a little space there. Let's put that on, spread it out, and then chill it for at least an hour. Just take a look at that. Wow, that looks beautiful. Give me a thumbs up if you got anything out of the video. Leave questions and comments below, and remember to subscribe. Until next time, I'm Maria Brown. Thanks for watching.